Hey there guys, it's your good pal Wiggly, and welcome back to more Let's Play Hey Pikmin Blind. In the last episode, we started off the game with Captain Olimar crash landing on a planet and having to use the help of the Pikmin once again in order to refuel his ship with Sparklium. And in this episode, we're going to be continuing on, but first I want to talk about a couple things. You may have noticed the art in the bottom right corner of the screen and on the left side of the screen, and I want to address those real quick. The art in the bottom right corner of the screen, which was also there in the last episode, was given to me as fan art by the Lady Kaitos in my Discord server, and I'll leave a link to her Twitter, or I guess X, in the description. This is the first piece of fan art I have ever received, and I love the way it looks. The little, the blue Hawkitation spacesuit. I love the way that the Wigglytuff avatar's ears are like curled up inside of the helmet. I'm holding hands with my favorite Pikmin type, at least as of now, the Rock Pikmin, and my second favorite Pikmin type, the Flying Pikmin, is there as well. This is fantastic. Thank you so much, Lady Kaitos. I really appreciate it. Make sure to go check her out. Also, on the left side, I commissioned a piece from the Fairing on Twitter, and this one also looks excellent. I love the way the Pikmin are drawn in a cartoony style. The faces on especially the yellow and blue Pikmin, the way their faces are like getting smushed in the mouth on the blue Pikmin, it really captures like the goofy nature of Pikmin. It looks great. Of course, Wigglytuff looks great again. I also love the purple spacesuit. Purple is my favorite color, and I'm reaching up for a Sparklium seed being carried by a snitch bug, and that is just fantastic. So thank you very much, the Fairing. I will also leave a link to their Twitter, or X, in the description as well. Make sure to go check them out. Secondly, there was an idea that I had for this series that I really wanted to do, and it's one of the reasons why this series has taken so long to kind of get off the ground, other than the fact that my mic has been broken the past couple weeks and I had to get a new one. Thank you guys very much for being patient through that. So this is the first installment of a segment at the beginning of each episode of Hey Pikmin, where I talk about a piece of Pikmin side media or content in another game that's too small to kind of talk about on its own, but substantial enough that I thought it was cool, and I've done a lot, and I mean a lot, of research for these segments, so I hope that you guys enjoy. This is the first installment of the Unnecessary Pikmin Showcase. So this first segment might seem a little bit weak, and I promise they're going to get a lot more interesting from here, but just like the game that we are playing, it is very heavily tied to the Nintendo 3DS, so I found it appropriate to start with this one. Once upon a time, in the olden days of yore, Nintendo liked to have a lot of fun with their system UIs. The Nintendo 3DS had a whole bunch of downloadable custom themes that you could purchase for your 3DS to theme your home screen after a specific game you liked. There were a grand total of not one, not two, not three, but 4 Pikmin themes for the console, which is way more than I would have expected. And this is the first one that I want to show you guys. This is the Hey Pikmin Adventure Together theme, themed after, of course, Hey Pikmin. On the top, we have some pretty cool looking key art that I like a lot, with Olimar marching across like a stick with a giant, one of those duck enemies in the background. If we've heard its name, I don't know it yet. There's a rock Pikmin carrying a button and a bunch of winged Pikmin carrying a raspberry, and all the other Pikmin around have, as per usual, a whole bunch of personality, and it looks great. And on the bottom, you can see that when we scroll, there's a whole bunch of art, including a very disturbingly high-res picture of one of those baby bread bugs chasing a blue Pikmin. And there's just a whole bunch of charm to this. I really like this theme. Here we have Olimar once again. This time, the other Pikmin are helping the rock Pikmin carry the button, at least it sort of seems like it. And over here, which was blocked by the game at the beginning of the scroll, this is about where it loops. There's this other enemy that I don't know if we've seen yet. I'm a little bit spotty because it's been a while since the first episode, but yeah, this is the Hey Pikmin Adventure Together theme. Overall, not bad. So let's go ahead and move on to the next one. Next up, we have the Pikmin Working Together theme. As you can hear, we have the Pikmin 3 title music playing in the background. On the top screen, we have a whole bunch of Pikmin peeking out from the leaves, except for a red Pikmin doing that very classic paint me like one of your French Pikmin poses, and a flying Pikmin just kind of doing his own thing, I guess. On the bottom, we have a plethora of Pikmin doing some various tasks, including a blue Pikmin tripping, and I've kind of noticed lately that blue Pikmin are always kind of falling or tripping or getting eaten by enemies in the box arts, so that's kind of interesting to point out. And there's a giant Bulborb on the right side, and a cool thing about this is that when we move the cursor, there's Pikmin marching noises, and everything moves in a goofy way, especially the Bulborb. I think the way the Bulborb moves is really funny, and because of that, I think I like this theme a bit more than the Hey Pikmin theme. I also like the wood grain on the backside of the top menu, so yeah, this is a pretty good theme, so on to the next one. Next up, we have indisputably and factually the best theme. This is the Pikmin A Hungry Bulborb, or if you live in Europe, for some reason they named it Pikmin and A Hungry Bulborb theme. It's very self-explanatory. On the top screen, we have Pikmin. On the bottom screen, we have a Hungry Bulborb. And when we move the cursor, this happens. This is just the best theme. I love it so much. This is staying on this 3DS for a good while until I have another theme I want to show, but definitely it's also going on my main 3DS. And these were all three of the Pikmin themes that you could purchase on the eShop, but if you were one of the poor saps who decided to spend a lot of time playing the Nintendo Badge Arcade, there was a fourth Pikmin theme, and we're going to show that right now. And here we are with the fourth theme, the Pikmin at Home in the Grass theme. Once again, this theme is only obtainable through the Nintendo Badge Arcade, or as I like to call it, Nintendo Lets Kids Gamble. This is easily the worst theme, in my opinion. It's not terrible, but there's no custom music like the other three have, and on the top we have some Pikmin, and on the bottom we have grass. Not all hope is lost, because of course there is the classic paint me like one of your French Pikmin poses, but already, right here, it loops. It's only got the main three colors of Pikmin, and once again, it's not terrible, but it's not great either. So, as a little bit of a bonus, we're pretty thinly stretching the definition of what a Pikmin theme is here, but I didn't want any of you coming at me in the comments with, technically, there's one more theme for the 3DS that has Pikmin content in it, and you didn't show it. So here we are. This is the Super Smash Bros. Theme 4 for Nintendo 3DS, released around the time of Smash for 3DS and Smash for Wii U, Smash 4 for short. If we scroll over to the right, we have, lo and behold, on the top screen, a render of Olimar with a red Pikmin. So there we are. That is every Pikmin theme for the 3DS. So I hope you guys enjoyed the first segment of the Unnecessary Pikmin Showcase. Let's go ahead and get back to the game. Here we are back in Hey Pikmin, but before we can move on to level 1C, I still have a couple things I want to talk about. I think now is the perfect time to talk about amiibo functionality. Now, I don't feel like I have to explain what amiibo are. They're still a current thing, Nintendo is still making them, but just in case you somehow don't know, they're basically plastic DLC. They're little figures of Nintendo characters with NFC chips in the bottom that can scan into 3DS, Wii U, and Switch games to unlock extra content. And this game is quite compatible with them, surprisingly so. In between episodes, I did research on the Pikmin wiki for what amiibo do in this game, and it is a lot more compatible with amiibo than I would have expected it to be. So let's go ahead. In the top left corner of the map screen, tap the amiibo button, and as you can see, if you are playing on a new 3DS family of consoles, you can tap the amiibo on the bottom screen and it'll just read it. But if you are like me, and you bought an old 3DS with a capture card and you want to Let's Play Hey Pikmin, the universe has decided that you have to commit. So I had to spend an extra $80 to get an NFC reader-writer accessory because, you know, I'm a completionist and I have to do this. So here we are. As you can see, I have said accessory, and I also have the Olimar amiibo. He is a wonderful, beautiful little baby boy. Thankfully, I didn't have to buy this guy. I already had him because I've collected a lot of amiibo over the years. So let's go ahead and tap him into the game right now. Finished reading, we can remove him from the touch point. And as you can see, he pops into the game right here into Secret Spot 2. That is not the only thing amiibo do, though. Let's go ahead and head over to the Pikmin Park. And here we are back in the Pikmin Park. As you can see, my Pikmin are basically doing the same thing that they were before, which more or less confirms my suspicion that it's not based on real time or play time, and it is based on level progress. But regardless, we are not here for them. We are here to click the amiibo button in the bottom right corner of the screen, where the game will tell us that we can level up a Pikmin amiibo here as we add more Pikmin to the park. Now, this is not referring to the Olimar amiibo that I scanned earlier. This is referring to the Pikmin amiibo, which was released roughly alongside Hey Pikmin in tandem with it, and it is mostly for this game. It is a wonderful-looking amiibo that features all of the Pikmin available in Pikmin 3 and this game. Unfortunately, it does not include the purple and white Pikmin, but it still looks great regardless, and Nintendo had a wonderful opportunity opportunity to reprint the amiibo alongside Pikmin 4 and maybe give you a little piece of cosmetic content or something, but they didn't. So it is very difficult to find a Pikmin amiibo these days for anywhere near a decent price. But regardless, I'm a little bit salty about that, but regardless, we are going to continue on. As it levels up, more Pikmin will come when you call for them during an expedition. So basically, we get more Pikmin in the park, and we can level up the amiibo. It levels up to level 5. I'm going to put on screen how many Pikmin are required for the level, and how many Pikmin you can summon in the levels, depending on what level the amiibo has leveled up to. That was a lot of the word level. If you're curious, by the way, you can also scan the Olimar amiibo mid-level and summon 4 Pikmin. We are almost done explaining all of the amiibo content in the game. So anyway, let's go ahead and continue on. If we scan a Pikmin amiibo now, let's go ahead and do just that. Reading amiibo. Are you going to read it? Writing to amiibo. There we go. Phenomenal. Writing successful. Let's go ahead and take it off. And there it is. The wonderful, wonderful Pikmin amiibo. Level up. It is level 2 because I have more than 100 Pikmin here. The amiibo has leveled up. You can now call for more Pikmin. You can call 8 Pikmin once during an expedition. Unfortunately, I'm probably not going to actually be doing that because it kind of sort of feels like cheating to me, to be honest. But it's a nice little function for the Pikmin amiibo to have for anybody who bought it. Press start and select call for Pikmin during an expedition to call out more Pikmin. Will do. Well, actually, it won't do, but... Anyway, that more or less covers the amiibo functionality, other than one small thing that I want to talk about. Here we are back on the map. You may notice that my Pikmin count in the Pikmin Park and also my Sparklium are both higher than they were before, and that's because I messed something up, and I had to just replay the first 2 levels. I apologize about that. But you may also notice that on levels 1A and 1B, there is a little gold Pikmin badge. Now, those are obtained by perfecting, quote-unquote, a level, where you grab all 20 Pikmin within a stage, and you don't let any of them die, and Pikmin that are summoned by amiibo do not count. So it's kind of a blessing in disguise that I had to go back because I found out about that mechanic, and yes, I will be 100%ing this game by getting all 20 Pikmin in every level. I'm willing to commit to that. As you can see, the secret spot that we unlocked before is not still open, which is fine. I can just go ahead and rescan the Olimar amiibo now. Let's do just that. There we go. And let's go check it out. At last, Secret Spot 2. In we go. We are finally playing the game again after all of that explaining. Holy cow, what a lot of work. And it's pretty much just a freebie, almost. Very close. So, it looks like the puzzle here, let me guess. Yep, I do not have 8 Pikmin, I only have 7 down here with me, but I have 1 yellow. And it's very obvious what I need to do with that yellow. We can go chapow and get this other yellow down here, and now we have enough Pikmin to get us the Olimar amiibo in-game. Pretty cool. If I can, grab it, I'd more or less have to throw them, straight up because they fly so far. And I got a giant statue of myself. That must seem very odd. Captain Olimar, this may sound strange, but this object can change Sparklium. Well done. It must have been meant for us. Let's harvest its Sparklium at once. And yes, I will also be getting every single amiibo statue in this game. We are going full bore, the oversized replica. Log. They do all have log entries, too. So, I want to see the full Piclopedia, man. So, I gotta do it. This is turning out to be much more committal of a series than I would have expected it to. So we got that, but that's not all. We can actually head back into the secret spot, because not only are they for amiibo, but also there are pellets within them as well, which get us more Pikmin in the Pikmin Park. And now that is every piece of information that I have studied up on. We are now, once again, completely blind. I am no longer knowledgeable of anything from this point forward. So let's go ahead and grab this yellow pellet, which should also have a log entry, because I think the red pellet did. I kind of wish the amiibo had like a different puzzle, like a more difficult puzzle, but not a big deal. I think it's cool that you can get the amiibo as treasures in the game. 8 more Pikmin are in the park. Fantastic. One more thing. Another thing that I have to mention. While I was replaying the game at like the first 2 levels, as you can see, I crossed the threshold. We had like 1,800 Sparklium before, and now we have over 2,000. Unfortunately, I was not recording when I replayed the first 2 levels, and I got a little cutscene saying that since I got 2,000 Sparklium, the ship told me that I unlocked the ability to use the radar in levels by pressing L and R. I have not done that, but I wanted to say that I'm sorry for not showing that, but I didn't know that that was going to happen. So let's go ahead and head back into the logs and read our new log entries. What do we got? A pellet for creating yellow Pikmin. I usually find them up high or in places with electricity. Looking at yellow Pikmin never fails to raise my spirits. Maybe when they soar so high, they're taking my mood up there with them. That's really sweet. I love that. All right, and as you can see, there are many amiibo that are compatible with this game. Oversized replica. Wow, a giant statue of me. I'm both proud and a little creeped out. The SS Dolphin 2 wanted to know why it isn't included in the sculpt. But shouldn't we be more worried about how someone here knew what we looked like? Yeah, kind of weird, but also it's just DLC. It's not actually important. I don't want to think about the lore implications of that. Now, as you can see, down there on the bottom, there is another amiibo course. However, we are not able to get to it, and I have a sneaking suspicion of why. You may remember that we found a second exit in level 1B, so no, we are still not going forward to 1C. We are heading back into 1B, and I'm going to see what happens if I take that other exit. I'm assuming, I don't know for sure, but I'm assuming it is going to unlock an alternate path a la Mario style, a secret exit, if you will. So I will meet you guys over there. Okay, so just out of curiosity, I pressed L or R, and, well, I pressed R specifically, if you care. But yeah, so there is, in fact, a radar on the top screen. I'm not sure exactly what that's for, probably just to help you find, like, hidden stuff. Let's use it closer to that other exit and see if it makes it a little more clear. Alright, so here we are at the bottom portion, and the map doesn't outright totally reveal it to you, but it does seem like it will be helpful for tracking these kinds of things down. So that is fantastic to know. Let's go ahead and do this room today. As you can see, I have in fact lost a couple of Pikmin along the way. I only have 17. I let 3 Pikmin die because I was in a rush, and also because the small bread bug enemies are really, really picky. If you've played this game before, you know they are much more difficult to crush than they seem like. I detected some Sparklium in that hidden area. Let's check it out. Okay. Let's do just that. Very nice. So is this a secret exit? Or is it just an alternate exit? I mean, that's basically the same thing, but I mean, like, does it get me something different for coming to this exit instead of the other one? That's what we need to know. All right, we are now at 2437. Holy cow. 17 more Pikmin in the park. Captain Olimar, I thought you might like to know that there has been some activity at the Pikmin Park, and also I don't want you to move on to a new level. Thankfully, I think this is the only time that we are going to have that much of an issue with progressing forward. I just had so much to cover, and once again, I want to apologize for the month gap in videos here, but it has been quite a task getting this all up and running. The Pikmin found something. What did you find? More Sparklia. Captain Olimar, I'm happy to report that the Pikmin have found a stash of Sparklium seeds. This should yield... Oh, very nice. That's more than 30 That's 30 more Sparklium. Captain Olimar, we should start examining the areas to the left and right as well. Let's have the Pikmin take a look there, too. I bet there's Sparklium to be had. More than likely. The Pikmin have completed their tasks, headed back to the Onion. The Pikmin that completed their tasks headed back to the Onion. You need to assign them new tasks now. Alright, well, there is still grass here to be plucked. So we will have the Reds continue to work on that. Over here there's water, but also there's electric brambles. So I'm curious to see what exactly is going to happen here. Hopefully I can't lose Pikmin in the Pikmin Park. That would make me extremely sad if that were the case. They seem to go straight for the electric brambles, which is good news. And there's also rocks on a pot in here too. So it'd be very awful if you could just send all of your Pikmin into the water and they all died. I doubt that's the case, but okay. So now they're doing their own little thing once again. I think I quite like the Pikmin Park mechanic. I think it's a fun little thing to do. All right. And yes, indeed, it did unlock a secret area, Cherrystone Pass. Well, screw level 1C. Let's go ahead and get back in. However, I'm going to take just a second and put the 3DS Circle Pad Pro back on because it makes it much more comfortable to play this game. There we go. All done. I have to take it off every time I scan an amiibo, though, because it covers up the sensor, unfortunately. So, 1X. Let's get into it. We are now playing new content. At last. Holy cow. Cherrystone Pass. What do we got? Well, there are Sakura seeds. Sakura leaves flying in the air, of course. Makes sense for Cherrystone. Okay, we got more red Pikmin. We'll start chasing you. Oh, they came back with friends. That's what's going on. Okay. Well, y'all come over here. Let's go ahead and see if we can't perfect this level on the first go. I believe in us. I think we can. This guy is being incredibly annoying. Come on. There we go. Every bit of Sparklium counts. I am totally falling for this game's completionist bait, as it were. I like number go up. Alright, okay, we can weigh this down with Pikmin. Very interesting. And now we can climb up and head on over. Very cool. There's something coming out of a ceiling here. It's a sheer grub. Pretty cool. Nice to see them again. Nice to see that we don't just have mostly new enemies. Yeah, it doesn't seem like there would have been much of a point to go up there. So, we're doing just fine. There are some more reds down here. My Pikmin are now budded. And we can go from vine to fine here. I said the same thing again. Vine to vine. Good lord. A la Donkey Kong Country 2, which is the only Donkey Kong game I've played, but I may rectify that on the channel in the future. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. It was my very first video game ever, in fact. Alright, so there's a stick here. Oh, it's just dudes hiding in it. Okay. Well, we're already up to 12 Pikmin. These levels are mercifully short currently, and that's nice to see. I was a little worried that they would get, like, crazy long, and maybe they still do, but right now that doesn't seem to be much of the case. I don't know how bad you have to be to take damage as Olimar in these early stages, but it's nice that they give you health recovery anyway. Okay. Oh, he's greedy. I really appreciate all these little cutscenes. They have a lot of, like, the level of charm that the Pikmin movies do, just like in a smaller scale. I'm very impressed by them. That's my favorite thing so far. It's like the one thing I'm like really looking forward to in this game, to see all of these, because they happen so frequently. Like when I saw like, the cutscenes at the beginning in the first episode, I figured, oh, it's mostly just going to happen, like, when you first meet a Pikmin type, but that doesn't seem to be the case. They are much more gracious with them than you would think. Okay, so I wonder if red Pikmin do have their 1.5 times damage multiplier in this game. I'm sure somebody in the comments will let me know. Please do. I would love to find out. Alright, so very obviously, the point here is to weigh us up so that we can get what looks like an SD card? Maybe? Is that what that is? Come here. I think it is an SD card. Preservation door. Interesting. Alright, so now you guys hop off of there. I got this game figured out already. I'm just that good. Okay. This looks very nice. I wish it performed better on the original 3DS model, but not too big of a deal, and it's not something that I'm going to mention constantly all the time. I'm starting to get much better at aiming here. Uh-oh, okay. Sheer Grip went back in. Did he... Is he just gone? I guess so. Okay. Well, I can't tell if there are more sheer grubs about to happen all the time. Anything interesting? There's like... Ah, there is a way down there. Which way feels like the way to go? This feels like it would be the secret IMO. Okay, there's a big boy. Let's just go ahead and rock him out. Okay, well, there goes some Pikmin. Damn, there goes my perfect. I'm going to have to replay this level. I will not be replaying any of them on camera, so do not worry. You aren't going to have to sit through all of that. Okay, so it's looking like this is actually the way I'm supposed to go. At least that's what my gut instinct is telling me. And that means I don't want to go that way yet. I want to go up here. Further yet further. And we can reach the top. And there's another cutscene, so maybe this is the way I'm supposed to go. Man, my brain is just not... Whoa, what the heck is going on here? Oh. They were just all... Oh, it's like a firecracker tube, and they were all covered in, like, soot and ash. Interesting. Okay, that's cute. I like that. And it was actually just more Pikmin. There was no other real point in coming up here. Which is fine. And now we know. So when I get back through, I have to remember to be very careful about this gentleman over here. But there was... To the left, there was a cave. And to the right, there is a drop. So let's go back into the cave, first and foremost. Because my gut instinct is telling me that it is a treasure puzzle in here. Sure is. It's a marble. Okay. So how do they want us to do this whole thing? Is it literally just weigh the whole shebang down and climb across? I think it is. It's not actually really a puzzle. It's just do the thing and you win. Again, I'm not complaining. And here we are with the Desperosphere. Good name. The marbles are always so... They really see something in marbles, the Hockatations. They're really fascinated by them. Think that they're telepathic and shit. Alright. Get him dead, please. I would really rather not lose any more Pikmin. I'm not even too upset about when I have to replay levels, though, because I get more Sparklium. I can't throw Pikmin here, though. Good to know. I hope none of my Pikmin fell off there. But yeah, I get more sparklium when I replay levels, and I get more, I see the ship's lights up there. Can I finish my thought, brain? I get more sparklium, and I get more Pikmin for the Pikmin Park. Okay. Now my brain is working. Alright, everybody needs to come over here. I need to do a better job of weighing that thing down. I do declare. What if we all just stood on it? Oh, there we go. That's all we need to do. And now we can head in here and get presumably the third treasure, but let's wait for him to turn around. Because just like bulb orbs, these guys seem to be most affected when you hit them from the back. I also like that the Pikmin, like, bounce on top of him. Ooh, it's an NES cartridge! It's Ice Climber! Hell yeah! I love Ice Climber. Revenge Fantasy. True. Hit all the enemies with a giant hammer. A lot of people don't like Ice Climber because of the way that it controls, and I think that's fair, but also I don't really mind the way that it controls, and I really like just, like, the vibe and the music. I don't know, maybe I'm kinda unfairly influenced by Smash Bros. In that capacity, but who knows? Maybe it is just a really good game after all. I think it's interesting that they've never made, like, a second game. I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense. It's one of those, like, older arcade-era Nintendo games, and not all of those ever got sequels. Like, you ever heard of Clu Clu Land? Or Balloon Fight? Balloon Fight's reference a lot more than Clu Clu Land, though. Anyway, I'm totally on a rant. Treasures found. We did it. Unfortunately, I was too reckless, and we did not get the perfect on the level, and that means that I am a failure. Unfortunate. But I can rectify it. And we got 693. We're up to above 3K already. Preservation Door, Despairosphere, and Revenge Fantasy. Brought 17 Pikmin to the park. There are now 100 Pikmin in the park. Fantastic. So I guess I didn't have 100 Pikmin before, so I'm surprised that my thing was level 2. I must have not remembered the numbers correctly. Regardless, let's go ahead and read our new log entries here. We have the Preservation Door. According to the SS Dolphin 2, this object provides memory storage for computers. It is an SD card. It's a gigabyte. But the more that such devices remember for me, the more I'll forget everything. This idea frightens me. Despairosphere. This crystal sphere contains an object that emits dark energy. It's like shovel after shovel of bad memories being thrown in my face. Like the time my wife scolded me and my daughter avoided me and my dog barked at me. Ugh. Bad day. And we have the Revenge Fantasy. This seems like a type of memory storage. I don't know how to access what's inside, so I'll have to make a guess based on the artwork on the front. Do not make a guess. Don't smash it with a hammer, please. Okay. So now, you know what time it is. Whenever it loads, because it loads very slow. It's time for us to hit next and watch it load again. Okay, so here we are back on the map. And I assume it is going to link directly... Maybe not directly to the other secret area. Well, there's a secret area down there now. That's not what I expected to happen at all. So I guess what happens when we scan another amiibo now? I have to take it out of the... that's such a pain. I might cut a hole in the top of it in order just to have the infrared sensor. There we go. So let's go ahead and tap the Pikmin amiibo this time. Finished reading. Okay. Can we even reach it? Or do we have to beat 1C first? I guess we have to beat 1C first. So, unfortunately, that looks like it might be a little bit of an issue. Well, I guess let's first and foremost go to Secret Spot 4, which is not what I expected to happen here. And in Secret Spot 4, we have a red pellet. Surprise, surprise. Let's go ahead and hop on up. And let's go again. But my Pikmin aren't up here, and that's because I need to throw them here. That's the puzzle. Good to know. It's amazing how much better the game runs sometimes in like these smaller these smaller areas. I'm going to try to not talk too much about the performance issue, but it is so noticeable. Like I'm sure every single one of you is able to tell when it slows down at home. So it is something to mention. Got a pellet. A red pellet, which we've already had before. 8 more Pikmin. Nice, nice. Very cool. Well, I don't want to skip to 1D, so I guess let's go ahead and head into 1C at last. We've been waiting all along to get to here. Mushroom Valley. And here we are. There sure are mushrooms, and I can't tell if it's a valley. Whoa! The mushrooms really worked. Holy shit. Okay. Good to know. That is our new mechanic this time. We are totally platforming. I see a little indent in the wall over here, which is interesting. I wonder if there's actually something over there. I'd love to find out. Probably not, but curiosity, man. It's a bitch. Okay, I'm not really thinking that I have much of a chance of getting in there, so we will forego that whole deal. Okay, so we got all of these guys, and we got a way different looking dude here. Interesting. All right. Well, he didn't even open his eyes. That guy looks really interesting. He's not just a recolor. He has like hair and stuff too. I'm interested to see his entry, but I don't think we've gotten any enemy entries yet. Maybe I'm wrong, but kind of weird. I kept kicking him out. That's rude. Well, how about you all come with me? Now you all have a place. Okay, let's go ahead and grab that. There don't seem to be any Pikmin in that branch there. There's a chess piece up here, a pawn specifically. Let's see if we can get some of this sparklium here. They have a lot of little fun gameplay scenarios happening here, which is more or less what I would expect from Nintendo, to be fair, but even still, it is nice to see. Okay, I'm not too worried about getting the other sparklium from those guys. We have the unassuming lighthouse. I don't think it emits light. It'd be cool if it did. That'd be a pretty sick chess piece. Light up chess. Okay, and there's the enemy from the theme that we saw at the beginning. I wonder what they do exactly. We have another sheer grub here. We haven't seen any female sheer grubs. Interestingly, you may note. Alright, let's just throw a bunch of these dudes up here and get some sparklium. Bring it all here, boys. I'm surprised the Red Sea doesn't take more than 1 Pikmin. Okay. Another sheer grub. Wait for him to pop out of the ground and slap him up. Up top is definitely the way we're supposed to go, so we're gonna go this way instead. They really like this firework tube. Is he stuck? Oh. Ah, that's why he was stuck. Because he really wanted a sparklium seed. There's a cave here. And it seems ominous. Okay. Little bonus round. The slowdown is nuts. Alright, well, we got all of the things. Okay. Just a nice little sparklium bonus, it seems. I'm not seeing anything else in here. What is that in the back? Is that a teapot? I think it's a teapot. It's either a teapot or a watering can, but it looks more like a teapot. Even though a watering can would make much more sense. Okay. And on we go. Further yet further up. Let's see if we can surprise this guy from behind. Hopefully we can. Get him good. Alright, and he does have his eyes open this time. I guess the other one only died with his eyes closed because it was constant damage. So he was making like a ow face, probably. Alright, so Olimar can go up here. Doesn't seem like the Pikmin can. And we have branches. And more Pikmin. What are you so scared of? Why is this guy spooky to you? What does he do? My Pikmin number is not blinking red, so I'm not crazy concerned that I'm going to leave them behind or anything. Thankfully. But it doesn't seem like we can move much further from here. And I haven't found a second treasure yet, and that is concerning to me. It feels like I should have by now. But worry not, young one. We can continue. Alright. Hopefully we'll get a perfect this time. I really hope so. Alright. So they're all up there now. And that seems to be where I need to go. Holy cow. Ooh, the lag is insane, man. Okay, further over. That was straight up like 5 FPS. The regular 3DS really cannot handle this game. But I can. Worry not, I will handle it for you. Okay. Please do not despawn. Everybody just come up here and have a good time. No? Some of you really did just get left behind? Okay. Everybody come with me at the same time. We good? I think we're good. Alright, we now have all 20 Pikmin. And we can get down this way. We have sort of a split path happening here. There's a cave over here. And also a sheer grub. I wish there was not the ladder. Don't run into him. You fucking idiot, man. Okay. And that is why it is a bit of a pain in this game to get the perfects, because you have to really hit him immediately. Even if you accidentally throw past him, it still damages the Pikmin. And that's the same thing that happened with the bread bugs. Okay, there is some sort of... I don't know what that is. Oh, it's one of those, like, you toss the ball and you catch it type scenarios. I see. I getcha. Well, unfortunately, I totally flubbed that up. Nice. There we go. The Quantum Traveler. How do you figure? You know, thank God every planet Olimar ends up on has some sort of profitable treasure and also Pikmin. Somehow. I think that the fact that this planet has Pikmin is very weird, and that it's also so, like, Earth-coded, but who knows what the hell that means. I think it's best to not read too much into it, since this game is, in fact, a spin-off. Okay. Let's be patient. Patience is a virtue. Oh, I accidentally pressed the A button. I didn't even know the A button did something, I'll be honest. Alright, and now get him. Get him good. Oh, fuck me. Okay. Oh my god. Oh my god. Disaster. Disaster, disaster, disaster. Good to see we still have Pikmin moments. Good to see that stuff like that can still happen. And by good, I mean not great to see. Okay, so we have another cave with hole in the wall. There's... Is that the same mushroom enemy from the first game? The Puffstool? Just like a smaller version, maybe? It actually seems like it's like a mushroom slug. Maybe. I do not think that it is a puff stool, but maybe. And we got the Constitution Gate. Very cool. The SS Dolphin 2 thinks of even crazier names than the Hockatate freight ship from Pikmin 2. Kinda wild. Okay. Let's get all of the Sparklium. Every bit of it in the world. It's all mine. Who the hell else is using it? The Pikmin? They don't need it. Alright. And there we are. Yet another stage down and dusted. Mushroom Valley. Finished. Once again, I am having a time. It is a better time than last time, but it is still a time. I'm quite enjoying this game. Just in a very casual, laid-back sense. And I hope you guys are having a good time too, because several of you have told me that this is your first time experiencing Hey Pikmin at all, because you never had the desire to play it. So I'm glad to see that plenty of you are experiencing it blind along with me. Ah, Captain Olimar. I thought you might like to know there's been some activity in the Pikmin Park. Of course there has. First and foremost, though, let's check out our logs. What does it take to get freaking enemy entries, man? I haven't gotten any yet. We have the unassuming lighthouse. It looks like a lighthouse for small lakes or ponds. The SS Dolphin 2 protested that this can't possibly be useful, but I disagree. The Pikmin are small too, but they've more than proven their worth. True. Very true. Quantum Traveler. My guesses were a huge candle or a small lighthouse, but the SS Dolphin 2 says it's actually a rocket capable of navigating the universe. Then it brushed aside all my questions with superstring theory. I'm not convinced. And Constitution Gate. On days when I have to walk morning to night and my feet are screaming at me to stop, going through this gate helps. Its strong magnetic force must realign the flow of iron in my blood, I guess. Fascinating. I just had an unpleasant thought. Was that this strong magnetic force that riled up the puff stalk too? Okay, it is related to the puff stool. Cool. I'm starting to feel ill against the idea. Very neat. Okay. Was there a second page for this? No, there wasn't. I just wanted to make absolutely sure that there wasn't. It's kind of cool to see 3DSified amiibo too, because I've had them on my shelf for so long. So seeing them in a different context is really neat. All right, to the Pikmin Park. We almost have 4,000 Sparklium already. All right, so are they done here yet, the red ones? Or is it just that the yellows are done over on the side, and that's why there's a little sparkle there? The Pikmin found something. What did they find? Was it these guys? No, it was absolutely not these guys. It was these guys. More Sparklium. Captain Olimar, I'm happy to report that the Pikmin have found a stash of Sparklium seeds. This should yield... Oh, very nice. That's 10 more Sparklium. Cool. Well, y'all aren't done yet. Y'all got more bramble to clear. I hope you know. Okay. So back to the map we go. And as you can see, the amiibo level kind of closed back up, unfortunately. But let's go ahead and scan the amiibo again. Captain Olimar, I detect a great deal of Sparklium from the spring over there. There's too much. Stop throwing stuff at me. This is just what we needed. Let's go. Okay, so now... okay, it did pop back up. And now we can get back over to Secret Spot 3. And this is the last thing that we will do in this episode. Whew. I'm glad that I finally managed to to get this episode finished. I've been working on it for a while now. Alright, so there is a duck bulb orb. But there is also only this many Pikmin. Can I go up there at all? No. I have to really think about the trajectory of my Pikmin. I think we want to go here? No. Okay, here. No, come back. Okay. This is an interesting puzzle. This one? Oh, it is that one. Okay. I really thought that this one was going to be the one to hit my Pikmin into the big bird boy, but thankfully that's not the case. I like the little bark, 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 bark sounds that it makes too. I don't like it as much as a Bulborb, which it's very clearly meant to replace, but I do like it. I would not be disappointed if it did come back in Pikmin 4. Don't tell me if it does or doesn't. And we have the Spellbound Friends, the Pikmin amiibo. What a wonderful little amiibo. Release it again, Nintendo, please. For the love of God. Just do it. The Pikmin amiibo is special and can be used multiple times. Try using it again. So this is indicating that I believe you can use the Pikmin amiibo alone to get every secret area spot. I do believe. So, again, nice for the people that did manage to get a Pikmin amiibo. Let's go ahead and head on over and read the amiibo log. Spellbound Friends. I noticed some Pikmin in the wild, so I called out, "Hey!" But there was no response. Were they under some spell? I saw some mysterious writing under them. Maybe if I can decipher it, I can figure out how to free them. Interesting. Well, let's go ahead and head back in one more time and get our true reward. And there we go. There is our 8-pellet red pellet. Our 8 red pellet. Our 8 Pikmin red pellet. However the hell you want to say it. We got it. Again, I just kind of cut that out because it was the same exact puzzle that we did the first time. And that's probably what I'll do every time as well. And I think that is going to be everything for today's episode of Let's Play Hey Pikmin Blind. Once again, thank you all so much for being so patient. I really appreciate it. Updates will be much more frequent from now on, but it will not be daily because of the Pikmin Showcase. I have to do a lot of editing for that. So anyway, thank you all for watching this episode of Let's Play Hey Pikmin Blind. I've been Guildmaster Wiggly. If you enjoyed the video, please consider giving it a like. If you are new, consider subscribing. If you want to follow my socials or join my Discord, they're in the description. And I hope to see you all in the next one when we finally move forward to level 1D.